Already walking the plank out here.
That kind of tells the story of it right there.
Okay.
Dude, that is not right. What in the world? At least the homeowner wouldn't watch me. Got him!
Up next here, we're gonna jump on finishing the wall framing in this master laundry room, bathroom, closet area. And since we have the ceiling done and the walls and all this crap in the way, we're just gonna put a plate on the ceiling, plate on the floor, and just stick it in board by board.
This wall happens to have a pocket door in it, which is a lovely feature of this wall.
Is it?
It's fun to build.
Is it?
It's fun to trim
Jamie's
out.
just saying lies. It's all lies.
It's fun to trim out later.
No.
Well, and if it ever breaks, they're like super easy to fix. So it's like, these are the best. I love them. I'm gonna swap all the other doors for pocket doors. This is an 8-foot tall pocket door. I've never put in an 8-foot one. I'm sure it's the same, just a little bit taller.
The dimensioning, I think, of the rough opening will be in the box. Although, unless you know the exact dimension of the slab, it may be really hard to do this.
I don't. And I can find out, but also this is probably a kit made for a 2x4 wall. We're gonna build a 2x6 wall.
I think you just pack out the sides. Since this is some of our last walls here, we're gonna try to burn up all the scrap material that's long enough, even if we have to rip it to width, and get it off the job site before we order any new material, because we might not use that new material up and then we'd have to return it and lose 20% or restock fee or whatever it is. I'm checking out the instructions for this pocket door installation, and they have successfully made the world's most complicated looking drawing to install this thing. But one key number there I'm looking is the far right. The opening to the bottom of the header is 4.5 inches taller than the door height, so that's important. And then to make this the correct size for a 2/8 door, which is what we're getting, we just simply cut the wood at 2/8 here, cut the wood where it's stamped at 2/8 there, and then remount this in bracket, and that should make it work for a 2/8 door.
You said the header was how tall now? I missed it.
4.5 inches taller than the door slab height, which you were supposed to figure out. Off of the subfloor is the bottom of our framed header that attaches to.
Okay, it calls for a 96-inch tall door. So that'd be 9,600 and half. Is that right? 4.5?
4.5.
4.5. So 101.5 inch tall header.
And then the header width, or header
65.
opening, 65 wide.
All right, got it.
$15 and 7/8 on the cripples.
Take my ladder again. See what happens.
There's a ladder right behind you.
Yeah, that's Jamie's.
Just take his. That's what I do.
I know that's what you do.
Yo, where's my ladder?
Oh yeah. Oh, you kidding me? Jono! Freaking broke his wood. We've got our opening framed here, so now we're gonna stick in this pocket door hardware or header. I don't know what you call it.
I don't know.
And
track. It's
track. There you go. The door is gonna be on this side, so I believe that's the correct orientation with the wood. Uh-oh. And Jamie, I think you just screw it right there in that little slot. Okay. Yep. One right here. I don't think they're full. Well, they might be. Like a 5/8. Yeah.
I was gonna say we could add three-quarter sheathing and just
Say 3/4 sheathing 5 times fast.
Dude, that would be the best. That's the one thing about the door pocket doors. You can't screw anything on the wall.
Oh, you're saying solid sheathing?
yeah.
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 Oh, that'd be
Put that
good.
up and then
Oh, yeah.
a piece of X Factor.
Okay,
on that
we're
thing.
pulling together a plan here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Dude,
Now
they should make them like
you have
that.
to use self tappers and they can't go through, but so far.
Right, or you'll drill into the door. Or the door will just get...
Or you'll do like I did and just forget when you put baseboard up not to shoot nails through it, and then the door's stuck.
I hung a picture on the wall in my bathroom in my old house. Big old screw. And then I was like, sweet. And then went to open the door. I had like screwed it completely.
I guarantee that happened way more than you think. People do it all the time.
We built houses and we did it.
All right, that's it. Let's my left.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a good. That way it actually went into the header.
Yeah, I like that. That feels as good as anything.
And then if we do a piece of 3/4 or something here, we could actually put pocket screw or toe screws around the perimeter of it.
That's a pretty skinny thing to be that long.
You know, Eric, I don't think 3/4.
We've got this metal piece in, but we're just both thinking it's kind of silly to use that, given that we have the 2x6 thickness, which allows us to have room for a full, like 2x10 on edge would fit, top to bottom, and that would be super strong instead of super stupid. Like, that's going to be your wall.
It's not very strong. I don't think a 2x10 would wiggle like that.
No, I mean, we're going to fur that out a little, but it's still going to be like that.
I agree. We just have to have dead straight boards.
We got a 2x10 cut now, and that is definitely going to be beefcake. Finally got this pocket door kit installed, and I think it's actually going to be pretty nice and sturdy, easy to attach the finished material to, and also not bow and interfere with the passing of the door. So I'm really happy about that, and I got to get down the road once again. So see you boys tomorrow.
Wait, baby left too.
Well, it's pouring rain today, and it's cold for the first time, and I got a call before even getting to the job here. The boys need hot coffee, so I'm giving them the finest non-dairy creamer and a little shot of hot coffee in there. Gonna roll up to the top of the mountain. Jason only drinks hot chocolate, so I guess he is out of luck. Where's everybody at?
They're all up here.
I like that high vis, Ray. There's your hot chocolate. I went to the gas station with all the guys, where the men hang out, you know?
Yeah.
And I asked them for hot chocolate, and they just looked at me like, you are an idiot. And I had to go to a whole different gas station.
You did?
Yes.
Where's the other half of it?
What do you mean? It's just as
It's
big as
just-
our coffee.
I know. I thought I wanted a big one.
Okay. I'll go take it back.
Nah, you're the best. I love you. I love you. And you got more stuff for me.
Well, things were good right here. I was thinking I finally made it. I knew the gravel was coming up soon, and then it went bad. That kind of tells the story of it right there.
Okay.
But luckily, I bounced right off the bank and got into the gravel, and here I am. I survived. Have you ever heard of a rain day?
No.
It's like where you stay home and do whatever you want to do.
Our plan for today is to not work outside. It is so muddy that if you take 2 steps, you have this much mud on the bottom of your shoes instantly.
I still do right now.
So I'm thinking we can start on the stairs, and I think the homeowners finally decided they did want this coat closet right here. That's gonna go floor to ceiling, even though it'll have like an 8-foot ceiling.
They have some long coats, tall coats.
I got some news coming in that we're gonna try to leave this lower set open right here so that you can see through, which means we have to build like this post kind of thing all the way up that's gonna be narrow to support the winder part of the upper set.
That's right.
Do you have a drawing
Now
of
you're
that?
getting it. I did sketch it up so that everybody could see it, including me, because I need to
This is getting
visualize
wacky.
this. Oh, it's wacky to the max for sure. So let's look at it on the computer.
Guess we're just gonna wing it?
Is this how you turn it on?
I think so.
It always just kind of comes on when I open it.
I've got a board ripped down here, and we're gonna start extending this column that goes straight up the middle of the stairway. Wow. I got the stairs built. Uh-oh, Jamie's thinking. He stopped. What's going on?
Well, I was trying to think if there was a way to reduce the size of this, but I need it where all the angled steps butt into it, I don't think I can.
Okay. I'm already walking the plank out here. Might need a brace. It's time to give a huge thanks to today's video sponsor, PDS Debt, and they have customized solutions for anyone that is struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, and medical bills. So if you're making payments on your debt every month, but your balances aren't going down, PDS Debt has a solution for you. In fact, anyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt is qualified. There is no minimum credit score required. If you have bad or fair credit, that's okay. Obviously, no one intends to get into debt that they cannot get out of, but things happen unexpectedly, and especially around the holidays where you're spending more money than usual anyways. If something else comes up, you may have to put it on a credit card. It may be a debt that just stacks up on top of everything else and it's hard to get out of. And it could be you, it could be me this season, I don't know, but it's best to have a plan, a course of action ready to go so you can save more while paying off your debt in a fraction of the time. PDS Debt cares about helping you get out of debt. Start planning today. Head to pdsdebt.com/Perkins and they've got a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds to do it, totally free. That's pdsdebt.com/Perkins. Thank you, PDS Debt, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. This is really slow to get going just because it's really tall space. We've got 2 levels of walk plank set up now, and we're gonna brace our column plumb in both directions. Ray, stick it on this side. Jamie's gonna plumb the board in this direction. Ray's gonna tell me when it's plumb this direction, and hopefully we're gonna get this thing attached to a brace. That should be it. Okay. So Ray, just tell me when to stop pulling. That's tight. So,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
wow. That was a good guess on that placement.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stick one more in there.
Yeah, do that. Then you just see if they go in the other direction here with this stick here.
Another thing we're doing is going around the stairwell and straightening some of the studs that our stringers are gonna nail against. Like this one Ray's got right here. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. So we got this in just to straighten it. See if it'll do it, Ray. Well, that was easy. Did it? Have you seen Jamie's story stick pole he made?
There was a pole here that had a bunch of marks on it, but
Yeah.
it was like perfectly like 10-inch increments. So I thought he laid it out for us for doorway blocking because it was like the perfect height. I cut it. Was I not supposed to? What was it?
It was the story. It was the heights of all the steps.
No, it was not.
Yes. Are you messing with me?
I don't know. Did I?
I cannot. Well, I can't find it, and you're saying you cut it, so I don't know what to think.
Bro, they were perfect 10-inch increment
Okay.
blocks to put in for blocking. He was telling us to do blocking in this area. He had a stick laid up here. I thought he laid out for
Right.
blocking.
I hear you saying that, but are you screwing with me, or did you really cut it up? There. Okay, he was. Okay, our next move here, now that I have the story pole, is to mark the heights of the steps on this center section on the wall, because we want to install the riser on the first pie-shaped step, because our regular stringers are going to hang on that. So if we can get that put in, we can do the whole first straight set and then go up from there. I think that's what he wants to do. James in the porta-john.
Let's see it.
Okay, so it looks like you did make this to sit right on the subfloor.
I did.
Don't tell me. Let's see if I can do
Okay.
it.
All right. Let's see how smart you are.
I've got this in place, and I'm going to count the risers down below to see how many of these I need to go up to make the mark for the board that's going to go here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7th one is the one we're installing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the very bottom one's the framing. So that means our riser needs to go at that height across here. Does that look right?
That is correct.
Is this thing right side up? Yep.
That would matter.
Okay. I think that's it. We're gonna do the same thing over there, or I can just pull.
Let's just do a big
just
stick.
pull a tape. Oh yeah, level it over.
Let's go big sticky.
I've got the stringer going in. I'm gonna use only screws for now, just in case we do have to adjust it or move it. We don't have 1,000 nails that we gotta sawzall through. Okay, now that we have this one riser put in, we can actually build some steps. We are getting this first set of stringers marked out to cut. This is a yellow pine 2x12, and I think we'll do 4 of these on this section, just like the bottom section. It'd be great if we could just copy and paste bottom section, top section, but we can't. And actually, these are a little taller per step because the total height from floors from basement to this level, and then this level to the base, or the third level, is more. We're taking off this extra 3/4 on the very top of this stringer so that we can screw on a piece of this floor sheathing to the back of all these 4, and then it can go up in one unit, screw into place.
Is that saw really dull or
I
something?
think it is. That's what I was just saying.
It just seems like you're just rubbing
I know.
it.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was better.
Yep, I need to.
So that box.
So Jamie used that framing square with the nuts to make the lines to cut this out. If you didn't have a framing square, you could just cut one little chunk with your rise and your run. This one should be like 10, yeah, and 7 3/4. So if you just cut one of those and you put it on the board like this and traced it, this is your pencil, Ray, like this, then you just move it down till you cross that line again. You could do a whole set of stringers like that, and that's your pattern. That's instead of using the framing square. Pretty good trick.
All right, the studs are moving now.
We're gonna give this thing a test fit, see if it fits. Moment of truth. Not at all.
Dude, that is not right. What in the world?
Should this have been one higher?
Yeah, that ain't too good. At least the homeowner wasn't watching that. Got him!
Brock's right there.
Anybody see a square laying around here?
You don't want to be just a little. You like to be way off.
Yeah.
If you're going to be off, just go be off, you know?
Okay.
Oh, what a fit.
Yeah, it's a good fit.
Just tap it.
Use your hammer drill.
That's right. That's what we like.
Aren't you glad I didn't nail that? Because
I'm
I
glad.
really thought about it.
Screws
1, 2, 3.
Oh, shoot. That's it.
You want to hand me that again, Brock?
Actually, I needed a nailer right here. And,
Okay.
it just happened to be on the nailer that we needed was on that really stupid bad stuff.
I'm really hoping this goes better.
I mean, if we can get within a mile, then we're doing pretty good.
Well, that doesn't look right either.
And that's an inch and... Oh, wait.
And if you couldn't tell, this is a pretty complicated process compared to framing a wall, building a set of steps that is exactly the same on every single tread and gets you to the right height, perfectly even and all that. So
We try to dream of new mistakes to make for the camera so that you could see what could go wrong.
we don't. We just really screwed up. Jamie figured out the problem. Cut all the risers wrong.
You know, this is not right.
Okay.
We're going to cut one now that's right-ish.
Wow. I didn't even think to check the riser. I just
didn't
assumed you
either.
did it right.
I didn't either. Those nuts threw me off.
That was in the correct place at first, and Jamie just added an extra inch per riser for like 6 risers and made the thing 6 inches too tall, which is almost a whole step extra, which is why it's 1 inch short of what it should be, 6 inches, and we're going about 7 inches per step. Got a new stringer cut. That's the fastest I've ever seen you cut one.
Appreciate that.
And if this one's wrong, I say we just go home for the day.
Wrong on purpose if I need to say that.
Okay.
All right, go a little high. A little high. Okay, now.
Running downhill just a little. And it should be, because it's showing we're like a ½ inch high. What was that?
If anything, my 10s are showing a little long. My 10s are showing a little long, over 10, and that drops down. That would drop that down, right?
Yeah, if you took off. Well, and we're also loose on the heel just a little. We're a little toey. I mean, I can bop. This is like a little. I mean, I can almost just bop it into place. Jamie just taught you guys the greatest lesson in construction is not to lose your crap when you screw stuff up, or else you wouldn't last very long. You gotta stay cool. Just fix it. We finally have the stair stringers put together as one big unit to get put in. We'll nail through this into that board we attached in the stairwell earlier, and that will go inside of the floor truss, and we'll pin it that way.
All right, let's put a little hanger piece on that so we don't have to hold the weight of this and
Oh yeah,
adjust it, you know. We'll just put a little
See,
ledge there.
5 1/4. Is that what it was?
3/4. See if we can fit down the hall. Wow. Oh.
We've got our stringer section attached here, and Jamie's gonna run a stick across here and make sure everything's level and in plane, and make sure that the treads are looking level this way as well.
So I'm a little bit older than you guys, but back in the day they used to have bars that you'd go to where they had cages where chicks would dance in them. It's kind of what I'm feeling right now. I need some like techno music. Jono! Yeah!
He's ignoring you.
I know he is. He's having flashbacks, that's why, because he's as old as I am, that's why.
Hey guys, that is it for our video today. Thank you for building with us as always, and make sure to check back for the completion of this stairwell to be in the next video, and follow along for the completion of this entire mega size house. Someday it'll happen. Also, make sure to check out our merchandise and our tool belts. We have some awesome stuff you can buy. That is Perkins Builder Brothers. It supports us and other local businesses here in Bryson City, North Carolina. We'll see you on the next one.